Hello and welcome to the video. This is a first look at a couple of new quads from FlyWoo, specifically the F25MINI and also the F20PRO. Now these look very similar when you actually get them out the packet, but they're designed for different kinds of pilot. With the F25MINI, it's more of a general purpose cruiser. With the F20PRO, it's really aimed at those of you that are already accomplished pilots and love to do your freestyle stuff. However, they have done something quite cute with this, and I thought it would be fun to take a look and kind of give you a closer up view of some of the really neat design things that they've done with both of these models, because essentially the frame is pretty much the same when you start looking under the covers. Now, FlyWoo is often overlooked as a maker of really nice quads, and these are just two of the latest releases that continue to show that they're listening and innovating. Again, the F25PRO and the F25MINI seem to be very similar, and the Pro is aimed at those who can already fly well, and the Mini has a less aggressive setup. They're both using the FlyWoo all-in-one flight controller, I'll show you that in a minute, but have a really cute design that makes fitting any FPV system an absolute breeze, including some of the larger HD FPV systems as well. The top deck, which is only held on by 4 screws, is easily removable, and all of the HD FPV system is actually screwed to that top deck, and it also includes a vibration isolated mount for the camera too. So the headlines with these things, I guess, would be the fact that it has swappable VTX units. You can swap the top deck between models with minimum hassle. It's available in both DJI, HD0 and Walksnail versions here. I got the F20PRO version. I wish I'd have gone for the Walksnail, but I'll mention why in a moment. Express LRS or nicely to see TBS receivers in here if you want to fly a little bit further away. Vibration isolating camera mount, nice crash resistant frame. Mine's been bouncing up and down the field. You'll see it in a minute. It's covered in bits of grass, but it doesn't really care. It's light enough that it's just going to bounce around. Snap-on protection via the side panels, so when you do crash, all that grass isn't just pushed straight onto the all-in-one flight controller. The motor wires on the arms are protected, and there's no soldering needed. Everything is connected via plugs at the side of the all-in-one. And they've also included a buzzer. Hooray! I love the fact that it has a buzzer in it. It makes it so much easier to find when it comes down in longer grass or gets stuck in a hedge. You actually have a chance of finding the thing by making the buzzer sound. So the Firefly F25MINI is really designed to be a cinematic cruiser. It's got the wider wheelbase and an efficient 3S powertrain to kind of make it fly for that little bit longer. It's really designed for that kind of buttery smooth flying with nice wind resistance as well. So it's really longer range freestyle. You'll get up to about 12 minutes on the F25MINI. Nice cinematic FPV. It would be good for that stuff with a HD FPV system, or you could use it for indoor or outdoor cruising as well. The F20PRO is a very different animal. It's very aggressively configured and set up, and you can also run it on 4S. I've been flying mine on the 3S 1000 mAh battery I got with it here, and it flies great on 3S. So I imagine it's absolutely going to scream on 4S, and they're claiming speeds of up to 120 kilometers an hour. And that's really designed for kind of bando style flying, high burst racing, high speed tracking and chasing, and aggressive freestyle. So the F20PRO is more for those of you that have been flying for a while and are looking for something that you can fit in the pocket that's going to keep up with your skill level. In terms of the beta flight setup, I'm going to put a dump and diff below. There's no real surprises when you go in here. Everything is set up as you would expect. It has a real Express LRS receiver at the back, so that's connected via a UART. So if you power it via the USB cable, then you know what, after 60 seconds it's going to go into Wi-Fi mode and you can mess around with all that stuff. But in the beta flight setup, everything is pretty much as you would expect. The only thing that I found that I had to do, mess around with the modes a little bit, but also the on-screen display. Even though this one came with an O4 Lite unit installed, the layout was set for an analog configured device. So I had to kind of set it to HD in the OSD tab and drag stuff around. And apart from that, everything was pretty good. So unfortunately, there isn't any FPV footage from the flying that I've been doing with this 20 Pro here. Why? Well, I'm struggling to get my N3 goggles from DJI to record the image as I'm flying around from this little 04 light. Everything is activated. I've told the goggles to record in the goggles. The SD card is in there and seems to be working okay. But unfortunately, I'm just not getting anything working. So if any of you have any tips or tricks of how to get the N3 goggles working with the 04 light unit to record the on-screen display, I would really welcome that help. But what I can do is talk about what it's like to fly. This 20 Pro in particular is very aggressively set up. So if you want a calm, relaxing flyer, you're probably not going to get that out of this. It's hovering at about -24 in the Edge TX range. That's about a third throttle on this 3S battery. But even on 3S, it is an absolute little beastie. It's very tightly set up. The tune seems really nice. It'll flip and roll and fly like you stole it without too much trouble at all. If you want something a little bit calmer, then you're going to have to go into Betaflight, increase the expo and drop the rates a little bit. But as it is supplied, somebody has had their hands on this who really knows how to fly a quad aggressively. Noise is as you would expect from these small props, but it actually isn't intrusive. You could fly this around in a park without attracting too much attention, tons of speed, and absolutely loads and loads of power. It does give you the impression of being a much larger quad when it's flying around. You kind of forget how dinky and small it is. But one of the things that I noticed was that in the flips and rolls, it is super aggressive. That very small compact size means that you can flip it on a dime. And for those of you that love to fly that way, I guess that's exactly what you're going to be looking for. But at this point in quad ready to fly manufacture, this is kind of what you expect, and they are not being shy about making sure that people are aware that the 20 Pro is really aimed at those of you who know what you're doing. The 25MINI is more of a cruiser and general model than the 20 Pro. So there is a lot to like on both of these models. The attention to the details on the build is very nice, and it's now super easy to add your own FPV kit into the frame. No drama at all, despite the size. It has also dual size mounting holes in the frame as well. So whatever kind of mount your HD FPV system has, it's going to be able to take it. And also the side panels do pop out to make room as well. So if you need a little bit of extra room, these pieces on the side will snap off and voila, you can fit it beautifully. I do like the ability to move the top deck from model to model using just 4 screws. That's a nice idea. And the vibration isolated camera mount from the flying that I've done here is working really well. Decent sized batteries with the kits. I got a 1000 mAh battery with the 20 Pro and a 550 with the 25MINI. And both are well under the 250 gram limit, even with the battery, if that's of interest to you. I like the fact that there are spares in the box and frame spares are available separately, and they both have a buzzer, which for me is a massive deal, having hunted around for smaller quads many times in my life. Only a couple of things to be aware of though. The tune and rates on the 20 Pro are very aggressive. The 20 Pro is not aimed at those of you who are learning to fly or who want a calm, relaxed flyer. You could calm it down by increasing your expo and reducing the rates, but if you're looking for a calm model, I would go for the 25MINI. It doesn't appear that lots of other models in the FlyWoo lineup do also have the same kind of VTX top deck mounting swappability. I hope they add that. That would be great. Ideally, just having to do it via a couple of screws or even a catch would be amazing. The horizontal Express LRS antenna isn't my favourite, but you know what? Lots of people are very happy with that, and if you're flying closer in, you're not going to have issues with range. And in summary, these are both lovely little quads from FlyWoo, perfect for hooting about or flying it like you stole it, depending on the one that you got. I really welcome the idea of them trying to make it easier to swap over a VTX unit between different models. A lot of the cost in these quads when you're buying them and they come with a HD FPV system is the cost of that HD FPV system. So the ability to get them without, but also the ability to easily swap one unit between different quads depending on what you want to do that day is a really welcome idea, and I hope they continue to develop that and maybe create a pod that you can put on pretty much any of their quads. So I wouldn't discount either of these if you're looking for a pocket rocket for summer. Both are really good. I would just make sure that you get the one that's going to suit the flying style and what you want to do with it. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Pedantry 60 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description. So you're still here. Fantastic. So I'm going to actually give this one away, the 25MINI. This is the one that doesn't have a VTX installed, but it's a fantastic little piece of kit. Express LRS receiver, all-in-one flight controller, all the things that we've just been talking about. But I'm not going to fly this. I'm not going to put a VTX in it, and it needs to go to somebody who will. So I'm going to do a giveaway, and the reason I'm sticking it right at the end is for all of you who watch the whole thing. So I'm going to do a draw, the standard stuff, you know, the random comment picker. And to win the Firefly, all you need to do is like, comment and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, don't worry about it, but make sure you hit the thumbs up button. There is going to be a special word that you need to put in so that I can guarantee I'm only going to pick somebody who's seen this bit at the end, and that is that you have to include both my name, Pedantry60, and also 25MINI in the comment, and I'll search for those two phrases when I pull the name out of the hat. Good luck to everybody. Thank you for watching the videos, and yeah, well done, FlyWoo.